Hello, everyone. Every motivational video you have ever watched made you worse, not better, worse. I know that sounds crazy, but stay with me for 2 minutes and I will prove it to you. Because today I'm going to tell you something that most people never learn, something that the most successful people in the world already know. And once you understand it, the way you see your goals, your habits, and your daily life will never be the same. This is not another video about working harder. This is not about waking up at 5 in the morning. This is not about positive thinking or vision boards or writing your dreams in a notebook. This is about the real reason why you keep stopping, why you keep starting again and again and again, and why none of it ever seems to work for long. And the answer is simple. You are depending on the wrong thing. So let's start from the beginning. What is motivation? Motivation is a feeling, just like happiness, just like excitement, just like hunger. And here's the question nobody asks. Can you control your feelings? No, you cannot. Feelings come and go. They arrive when they want. They leave when they want. You cannot force yourself to feel hungry. You cannot force yourself to feel happy. And you cannot force yourself to feel motivated. So if motivation is a feeling and feelings are not under your control, why do we wait for motivation before we start? This is the mistake. This is the big mistake that millions of people make every single day. They say, I will start when I feel ready. I will go to the gym when I feel motivated. I will study when I feel like it. But that day never comes. Or it comes for one day, maybe two. And then the feeling disappears again. And they stop. This is the motivation trap. You are waiting for a feeling that is not reliable, a feeling that is not stable, a feeling that comes and goes like the weather. And now I want to tell you something about those motivational videos I mentioned at the beginning. When you watch a motivational video, your brain releases a chemical called dopamine. Dopamine is the chemical of excitement and reward. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel ready. It makes you feel like you can do anything, and so you feel motivated, powerful, ready to change your life. But here's the problem. That dopamine hit, that feeling of energy and excitement, it satisfies your brain. Your brain thinks, great, we already did something good today, and it stops pushing you to take real action. The motivation video gives you the feeling of progress without the actual progress. This is why people who watch the most motivational content often do the least. Because watching feels like doing, but it is not. Real change does not come from watching. It comes from doing. Every day, even when you don't feel like it. And that brings me to the thing you actually need. You need discipline. Discipline is very different from motivation. Motivation says, I want to do this. Discipline says, I will do this, even if I don't want to. Let me say that again, slowly. Discipline means doing the thing even when you don't feel like it, even when you are tired, even when you are sad, even when everything inside you says, not today. Discipline says, today, right now, this is the difference. Motivated people start, disciplined people finish. Think about professional athletes. Do you think a professional football player feels motivated every single morning? Do you think they jump out of bed and say, oh yes, I am so excited to train in the rain for 3 hours? No, of course not. Some mornings they feel tired. Some days they feel sick. Some days they don't want to do anything, but they train anyway because they don't need to feel motivated. They have a system. They have discipline. They have a commitment that is stronger than any feeling. And this is what separates them from everyone else. Not talent, not luck, not special motivation, just this. They show up every single day. Now here is the good news. Discipline is not something you are born with. It is not a talent. It is not a gift. Discipline is a skill. And like every skill, you can learn it, you can practice it, you can build it. How? 3 simple steps. Step number 1, start very, very small. This is the most important step. Most people fail because they try to do too much, too fast. They say, I will go to the gym every day for 1 hour, and for 3 days they do it. Then on day 4, life gets busy. They miss one day, they feel bad, they miss another day, and then they stop completely. This is called all or nothing thinking, and it destroys discipline before it even starts. Instead, start with something so small it feels almost stupid. Do you want to exercise more? Start with 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes. Every day, the same time. 5 minutes. But 5 minutes is nothing, you say. You are wrong. 5 minutes every day is not nothing. 5 minutes every day builds a habit. A habit builds a system. A system builds discipline. And discipline changes your life. After 2 weeks of 5 minutes every day, you can increase to 10 minutes, then 15, then 20. But the most important thing is this: never miss a day. Even if you only do 2 minutes, even if you only do 1 minute, show up every day. Because discipline lives in the habit of showing up, not in the time, not in the effort, in the simple act of doing it every day. Step number 2, remove decisions. Here is a secret about discipline. Discipline gets easier when you don't have to think. Every time you make a decision, you use energy. Should I go to the gym today? Should I study now or later? Should I eat healthy today? Every decision makes you tired. And when you are tired of making decisions, you choose the easy option. And the easy option is usually the wrong one. So the solution is simple. Remove the decision. Don't ask yourself, should I anymore? Make the decision one time and then never again. I study English every morning at 7, every day. That is not a question. That is a fact. When you remove the decision, you remove the fight. You just do it automatically, like brushing your teeth. Nobody wakes up and thinks, should I brush my teeth today? Do I feel motivated to brush my teeth? No. You just do it every day without thinking. That is what discipline feels like when it is fully built. It feels automatic. It feels natural. It feels easy, but you have to build it first. And the way you build it is by removing the decisions and just showing up. Step number 3, connect your action to something bigger. Discipline becomes much stronger when you know why you are doing something, not a small why, a big why, a why that lives in your heart. Think about this. Why do you want to learn English? Maybe you want a better job. Maybe you want to travel the world. Maybe you want to communicate with people from different countries. Maybe you want to give your family a better life. That is your why. When motivation disappears, and it will disappear, your why is what keeps you going. Because your why is not a feeling. Your why is a reason. a reason that is always there, a reason that doesn't change. Write your why down. Put it somewhere you can see it every morning. Read it when you don't want to continue, and then continue anyway. Now I want to tell you the biggest secret of discipline. Are you ready? Here it is. You don't need to feel ready to start. You just need to start. Read that again. You don't need to feel ready. You just need to start. Most people think that action comes after feeling. They think, first I feel motivated, then I take action. But the truth is the opposite. Action comes first, then the feeling follows. Let me give you an example. Imagine you need to clean your house. You look at the mess and you think, I don't feel like cleaning today. I have no energy. I will do it tomorrow. But tomorrow you feel the same way. And the next day too. Now imagine you just start. You pick up one thing from the floor, just one thing. Then you put another thing away. And suddenly, 5 minutes later, you are cleaning. You started moving, and your brain followed. When you move your body, your brain changes. When you take action first, the feeling of energy comes after, not before, after. So the strategy is this: don't wait to feel ready. Start before you feel ready. Start with something small. Start with one step. Start with 1 minute. And trust that the energy will come, because it always does. Now let's talk about your English. You are listening to this video right now. That means you are already here. You are already learning. And I want you to do something differently from today. Build a small English habit. Just 10 minutes a day, every day, same time. Maybe in the morning with your coffee, maybe at night before you sleep, just 10 minutes. Listen to a short podcast, watch a short video, read a few sentences, repeat 5 new words, 10 minutes. That's your only job. And do not break the chain. When you do it on Monday, you start a chain. Tuesday adds one more link. Wednesday adds another. Every day you do it, the chain gets longer. And something powerful happens in your brain. You start to become the kind of person who studies English every day, not because you are motivated, because it is who you are. Your identity changes. Instead of I am trying to learn English, you say I am a person who learns English every day. This shift is more powerful than any motivation video. Because motivation changes how you feel, but identity changes who you are, and who you are determines what you do every single day. Let me finish with something important. The world tells you that you need to be inspired. The world tells you to wait for the perfect moment. The world tells you to find your passion and follow it. But here's the real truth. Passion follows action. Motivation follows movement. Confidence follows results. And results only come from one thing: consistency. Doing the small thing every day without stopping, even when it's boring, even when it's hard, even when you don't see results yet. Because the results are coming. They are always coming. You just have to keep going long enough to see them. The people who succeed in life are not the most talented. They are not the most intelligent. They are not the most motivated. They are the most consistent. They are the ones who showed up on Tuesday when they didn't want to. They are the ones who continued in month 3 when it was still hard. They are the ones who never stopped. You can be that person. Not someday. Starting today. Starting with one small action, one small decision, one small habit. You don't need motivation. You never did. You need discipline. You need consistency. You need to start before you feel ready. And the beautiful thing is this: you can start right now. This video is ending, And when it ends, you have a choice. You can wait for motivation, or you can take one small step. Just one. I know which one you will choose because you are already here. You are already learning. You are already showing up, and that is the beginning of everything. Thank you for listening. Keep going every day, step by step. And don't forget to subscribe. It really helps the channel, and there is a new lesson waiting for you every week. See you in the next one.